Now don't get me wrong, because I think the Gorgon is actually a really good truck. For one, it's not a mini, it's proper 10 scale. It also looks awesome with this monster truck styling, these cool tires, the body, the paint job, looks great. It's cheap. It's $170 or $200 if you want the battery and the charger. And it has brushed electronics, so it's not gonna be super fast, but it'll get the job done, meaning it is an excellent RC for somebody who's just getting started into RC for the first time. This is a really good beginner truck. So why would I never buy a Gorgon? Because of the Arrma Quake. Now really, these two trucks have pretty much the same platform going on, with the Quake having some updates. Like it's got the new body styling, different tires, it comes with stability control, and most importantly, brushless electronics under the body, which also means it's 3S LiPo compatible, whereas the Gorgon brushed electronics are only 2S compatible. So the Quake is a lot more powerful, and it's rated for up to 50 miles an hour when using a 3S battery. And in the hands of a beginner driver, that means probably breaking more parts. For the beginner driver, the Gorgon is going to be the best option, especially for when you consider it's only $170. But for the experienced driver like myself, the Quake is where it's at. Even if it costs $100 more, it's gonna offer so much more as well. So let's check out the Quake. Let's go see how fast it is, and then we'll go and bash it. Now, one of the not so obvious differences on the new Quake is going to be the DSC, or Dynamic Stability Control, and that's where the receiver has a built-in gyro to help counter-steer the front tires when the rear end wiggles around. That's going to be especially helpful with all the extra power that this truck has now that it's brushless on 3S, featuring a 4,000 kV motor. Using a 2S, the Quake should do about 35 miles an hour. Now the Quake is also going to feature an updated servo over the Gorgon. It has an updated servo saver. It has more robust body armor on the front and the rear to help protect the Lexan body. And of course, it now has the brushless electronics. So Arrma's made this puppy not only a lot more powerful and peppy, but they've done some things to make it more robust, durable, and last in the long haul. Oh, I almost forgot, the Quake has a new tread design, and there are foam inserts inside where previously they're empty. Now, if I had a nephew or a younger brother or somebody who was looking to get into RC, I would totally pick them up, the Gorgon, for what it costs and offers. That would be the best way to go while somebody learns the controls of driving. If they already had those basic skills, I'd probably pick them up, the Quake. Now, one of the coolest things about the Quake, at least for me, is going to be the new styling. This flatbed truck body, the white lettering on the wheels, the new more aggressive tread design. It just has this really cool, aggressive monster truck look to it. And there's a lot of different color options to choose from, where the wheels and the different plastics all color match together. So you and your friends could have a squad of these trucks, and everybody's gonna have a different color. Now, this is a clipless body. There's no exposed body clips, and we have these pins inside. There's little plastic red retainers on the pin. We're just gonna pinch that, pull it straight out, and there's one more in the back, and the body just lifts straight off. And you can see underneath the body, we have some bracing to go along with that clipless system. Now you can see pretty much everything inside this vehicle is gonna be made out of plastic. It is a plastic composite chassis, and that's gonna do really well for crashing, hits, basically just flexing under impact. We also have our battery door underneath here, so it's pretty quick access, and you can access it while the lid is on the truck. And you can see we have an IC5 connector that is compatible with EC5 as well. We also have a pretty heavy duty transmission that's in the back of this thing. I know a lot of people have been upgrading these to much more powerful systems, and they seem to handle that. There is a sealed metal gear differential inside. And then the truck has a long arm suspension. It is an independent suspension. The shocks are oil filled. And then in the back, we have this nice wheelie bar. It's extremely rigid. That is not going to be moving at all when you drive the truck. And it's a little bit harder to see, but we have plastic telescoping rear drive shafts. This is a rear wheeled vehicle. We also have a steering servo up front. That is the upgraded. Here is our 40 amp or 45 amp ESC. And then we have a 40 millimeter cooling fan going right down to our 4,000 kV motor. This is the 223S system. that's becoming popular in a lot of the middleweight Arrma vehicles. Overall, it is a pretty simple platform, easy to work on, easy to maintain, so pretty rad. Let's charge up a 2 and 3 cell LiPo battery and let's go give it a rip. So let's test the servo really quick. It's not bad. Oh, it's so smooth. Ooh. You can hear the servo adjusting to the rear end sliding around. It doesn't seem like it's a dramatic amount, just a little bit of adjustment. Cool, so let's do a 2S speed run. Ooh. It is ultra stable. It's like just super floaty. Wow, it moves along really nicely. 40 miles an hour on a 2S. Wow, I was only supposed to do 35, so that is way better than expected. 3S speed run, and it is a lot more powerful. Oh my gosh. Gonna have to gently roll into that full throttle. Oh man. Okay, I couldn't do it. Let's try again. Rolling on it, rolling on it, rolling on, oh shoot. So I'm thinking at this point, it's impossible to get a full speed run on 3S because those front tires are just want to come up. "50 miles an hour right on the nose," and I could not get on it all the way. I'm sure if we had maybe some weights on the front, we could adjust the ride height a little bit. Something to help keep that front end down. We could definitely go a lot faster than 50, but that's plenty fast for just bashing. Okay, so first impressions, the truck is way cooler, more powerful, more aggressive than I originally imagined it to be. It's got way more pep and punch, and it's a gnarly truck. I mean, it is a wheelie machine. So driving on the pavement is pretty hard on the truck. You can see these hard plastic braces for the body have taken some scratching. Body still looks like it's not cracked up. There's some scratching up here on the roof and a little bit more on the front. The most amount of damage so far looks like it's from these wheelie bar tires. So we're still on 3S right now, and I can't keep the front tires down. To hit some of these turns, it's very point and shoot. You just kind of let off let it rotate. And then you get back on it. You gotta be real gentle. I'm gonna grab the ramp. At this point, our camera died, so we whipped out the cell phone, so things may look and sound a little different. But the truck is an impressive jumper on this ramp, and when you land it right, the suspension just soaks it up. If you land it wrong, you may have to pay for it like we did, bending a rear shock shaft after landing on the side. So I think we bend our rear right shock shaft. The travel works all right for that first half an inch or so, but then a little bit further, and the arm kind of gets hung up there, so it's got to be the shock shaft. I mean, the truck can only take so much abuse to land it from that height right on the corner of the truck. So, yeah. Now, bent shaft or not, the Quake is phenomenal, and it's the only reason I wouldn't buy a Gorgon. Guys, I'm Brett from AMain Hobbies, and go check out the Quake with our links down below.